how I used to draw Nonz. Now, this is a sensitive subject that is particularly made for you to understand my mindset in 7th grade and relate to how anime revolves around middle school as a whole. In fact, that's the exact age directed, 13, 14, and 15, for Japanese cartoon and manga. Now, this revolved around me literally searching up all the Japanese songs, literally looking up Japanese song after Japanese song, all the way to a point where I saw symbols in Japan. I got so far into this shit, I'm like, yo, I want the opening to be this, I want the ending to be that. And I looked up animation programs. What I did was I took a tutorial on how to draw manga. It started off with the eyes, so what I did was I actually took a step forward and looked up a tutorial. I didn't look every single up literally to the dawn's end, till I'm dead to this day. Because what happened was I paid attention literally to the eyes first. What they did was they drew a line. They drew a line right underneath it, and they said, with various characters like eyes and so forth, which means different expressions for different anime characters in terms of villains. And they said that the villain's eyes literally were more squinty and more cunning, and that the hero's eyes were more bold, literally not raging like Asian people in Japan. Now, what time was this? This is around 2006, 2007, in the area when Naruto Shippuden was out, literally. And since I wanted to be a rapper, it went hand in hand with my idea because Naruto Shippuden had a rap ending. What I'll do is I'll get my little CD back when CD players were still allowed. What I'll do is I work on my little manga literally while I sit my tea while listening to Japanese music. Now, that means I'm going all out, that's subjective for the child, because what this is an exact example of my criticism growing up. So let's start off with literally to draw Nonz as a whole. First off, really, it was made by expansive idea, playing off another idea, literally like Naruto and the Giants. So what happened specifically was I took a tutorial, and what I did was this: I looked at the eye tutorial, literally, I drew one line, literally, for the squinty eye tutorial, drew a line underneath it, and then I drew two bubbles, exactly like the tutorial side by side. Then I liked the concept of it. Literally, I looked up things like One Piece all along part. I decided to copy it. So once I took a few tutorials, and instead draw the two bubbles in the tutorials, just went off really like Avatar: The Last Airbender. Like, I want this to happen, this, and that's what I would draw. Is like a stick figure. I would draw not exactly shape, because how you actually officially draw is within shapes. I would draw two rectangles literally unorthodox wriggly fashion, literally, and then I would color it in for the sleeves. I would just freestyle like how stick people were fighting. What I would do is I would have circle figures fighting. I would use ridges for the hands. So what that was an elementary school level of drawing. Being that I never took my time in it, literally, I just had to fight. I saw a whole bunch of arms, I drew a whole bunch of arms, literally. And the thing about manga shonen, what made me jealous, literally, is if you look at One Piece, like characters like Sanji, literally, there's a gradient, literally, in their hair, literally, they're detailed all the way to a black suit, all the way to a cigarette, all the way to there's a curl in their hair. That's an eyebrow, literally. You draw one circle, literally, for a hand, that's fucking pathetic. Characters like Ku Von Garrett from Power School literally have detail on top of detail for the hand alone. So let's get to the second part about this video. The animation program I used was called Pencil. Literally, where you can freestyle draw. How Pencil works, literally, is you have multiple still frames and it works in a shadow effect. Literally, so I looked up animation so much, literally, I went so much for my dream, but I looked up the shadow effect. Literally, what that is you have multiple still frames. Literally, what you do is you draw one still frame, you copy and paste, you erase a little bit, literally, and then you add the detail, like with Kito's arm. Literally, you draw it, literally, and then you adjust it a little bit like a clock. So I did all that, but I never got to anything advanced. Multiple coating for Trunks' outfit. The ridges in his jacket, I never did that. Looking up all this anime like Fullmetal Alchemist and Mare, we act like it's not influencing my anime. What happened as a whole was, literally, to spill the beans, literally, it created a kinetic conundrum in the country because, literally, I was good at socializing, unlike most anime fans. And people say, I want you to draw fast, I want you to draw spills fast, I want you literally just have, the triangle after triangle for fucking goodbye, literally having freestyle fighting. Because literally, if you're officially draw anime, it takes too long. I started putting women in a comic book and they started fighting each other. In real life and in the anime, which is a criticism. Literally, people literally say that people were hard on me in high school for not drawing anime officially. When they read that shit, literally, they heard voices literally and it felt like anime. That is the purpose of this video today. Now, what I'm going to say, literally, what makes people literally crumble animation studios and domestic violence is that I drew like this, literally, Mr. Pleasure literally called out the toothpick and said, draw like this. And then I started crumbling, and then Mr. Pleasure says, and now you want things like girls. Now, take what you want to say out of this video, but your favorite superhero nowadays, I'm trying to tell you, this is how shit was presented to him. It came to Jenny, where it came to everything, where they told him about critical age to start drawing anime. Something challenges. Jenny was already on that level. He kept up the same life with the same excuse. Came to confidence and everything, but nowadays, I'm a pimp that recognizes a girl revolves around standards. So if police say, It's a pretty hard debate.